All right. Bam. That's my jam. Type of shit on you wouldn't understand. Anyway. All right. Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday. We made it to another one. I had to get some coffee to get my stream going, but I'm all right. Got my coffee here. I think this sound setting the games have been on low side. Let me just confirm that. Yeah, it's a little on the low side. Let me just put that up to a nice 55. If you guys can't hear that, let me know and I'll make some adjustments to it. So, if you guys haven't heard, we're up to the 4th episode of Sam and Max season 3, the final season of the series title. Yep, we stopped. If you again, I didn't stream last week because of I was building my tower, so we're all good. So we defeated the Pharaoh. We defeated the Pharaoh, which is great. You know, always great. And now there's been a clone of Army Sam's. So now that's working out for everybody. Yeah, so we got to take care of that. And yeah, we got to answer the question: who let all those Sams out? And the second question is, what do we call them? So you'll probably hear a lot of banter about that. This episode is extremely much more cinematic compared to the other episodes of Sam and Max. In my opinion, there's a lot more cutscenes involved. As I get towards the end of it, but it's a good episode either way. And I am just pinning the Discord so you guys be able to see it. So how do I pin? Am I not able to pin on what's the thing called? I guess I'm not able to pin on OBS. That is so weird. The OBS switch let me do it. Oh, it doesn't matter though. Just like bam. So there we go. There you go. It's pinned. So you guys can join the Discord if you want to hang out with me and other members of the Outerhaven.net. That would be cool if you guys could. If not, I will always appreciate it. I'm almost towards my my goal of hitting 200. I'm halfway to my goal of hitting 250 followers. Is it 250? Was I trying to hit 250 or 230? Anywho, I'm almost to my 250 full, so I need 25 more people. If you guys are joining me, that would be great. Be hitting my goal of the year. This is that's pretty much it. Well, just my goal for my first goal of the year. Halfway join my blank. Oh my god, unpin, remove. Join not my. It's not my disc. Join the Discord. There we go. There we go. You can join the Discord, not my. There we go. I did just remove that because I'm very dumb, but there. So hopefully you guys can see that. All right, stream's ready to go. Everything. Stream's ready to go, etc., etc. Let me just make sure that I do hate that my OBS does like, oh, by the way, yeah, there we go. My OBS is like, oh, by the way, because I built my monitor now. Like, oh yeah, everything's on the screen that's on my main screen. It's a whole thing. Anywho, there we go. I can see everything, and let's get this party started. Let me know if the sound, the audio's too low. If I'm too loud, let me know if everything's great. That's all I'm working on. And trying to. Is my coffee not good? The metal straw is good for you. Woo! The metal straws. It was very weird. Like it was one of the weirder culture talking points I've heard in my life was like the discord between like metal straws and paper straws, and like some places were banning them for like choking hazards, and people like took as arms, and the whole like anti-Starbucks thing. I'm like, oh, so it was one of the stupid things because one of the things I hate about talking points, culture, so well, culture war, I don't know, culture, whatever. Those talking points that they're so facetious and dumb.
I can't believe you fired Sal.
Of course
Sal the
I
cockroach.
did, you conniving banshee. I can't have my food prepared by a 10-stone cockroach.
Mm-hmm. We're closed.
We're closed.
You better tell them that.
Mm-hmm. Wait for it. And I generally hate it. Sorry, I'm just lowering the audio a bit, just trying to make sure. It's a little too loud for me, but I don't know if it's for you guys.
Who knows what horrible truths lurk behind the tinted windows of our neighbor's soul?
Mm-hmm.
Our intrepid heroes certainly don't. They're just relieved to find a safe harbor from the half-naked horde that has pursued them since their stirring defeat of the mad pharaoh Samunmak. But soon, you and the freelance police will be forced to throw open the creaking shutters and clumsily draw back the moldy curtains to reveal the awful secrets that lie beyond the Alley of the Dolls.
This title makes no sense to me, but it's yeah, the other ones kind of make more sense. It's for like Alley of the Dolls, I guess so, based loosely, yeah. So I was saying, like, one of the things I don't like about Culture War Talking Point is that a lot of them are facetious and stupid on premises. Because if you just think about it, like, why are you fighting like straws being chosen by a private enterprise that does it? You could just, like, for all intents and purposes, it's one of the stupid poker points. A lot of them follow this pattern. Or I say you could just not purchase them, whatever. That's how I feel like it. A lot of the stuff was just really, really stupid. You could just like not get yourself involved in it. Like, God, like I think a while back, like one of the dumber talking points I discussed with somebody was somebody talking about the stupidity of whatchamacallit. I think it was like Stellar Blade being censored, like Let the Thing Fly, only that it's not really being censored. And I'll be honest with you, the game was on PC. You could just mod it. Okay, if you're that much of a gooner, you could do it yourself, which most people do anyway. So come on.
So after I put Max's brain back in his body, we were suddenly beset by scads of brain-dead Simulacra.
Simulacra. Doppelgangers.
All they wanted was that spooky toy box. But after they yanked it away, they turned their attention on us.
Actually, I think they were mostly interested in me.
No.
We ran for the DeSoto, but it had been surrounded by a gang of Mies.
So naturally, you came here.
Better to stock up on canned foods and ammo for the upcoming zombie sale
Yeah.
Armageddon.
I don't think they're zombies, Max.
Zombies, clones, robots, who cares? Just as long as I get to shoot. Yikes!
Yep. Yeah. Oh boy, here we go. All right.
Looks like it's time to boil
The Hawkus. Look, he's just sinking on a strap. He's got to carry them. Oh my God, this is hilarious.
Tell me you've got a way out of here, Sam.
Yep. Here we go.
Individually wrapped balls of peanut butter?
Mm-hmm.
Aye. Ever since Mrs. Dolagi went up like a pufferfish, my namby-pamby malpractice attorneys have forced me to dole out my peanut butter in strictly controlled portions.
I didn't even know diners could have malpractice attorneys.
Alright, we got a peanut baller, but let's talk this. Look at Skunkape.
Be wrong? Want to pitch in and help us repel the hordes?
No. What happened to General Skunkape?
Sam happened.
According to Max, I beat the bananas out of him in an alternate reality, which has left him a humiliated husk of a man.
Ape.
Don't.
Hurt me.
Of course, being chased by hundreds of half-dressed versions of the new alpha male in town can't be helping either.
Yep. What makes this funny that happened last season is that this, again, the voice actor for Skunkape is Mojo Jojo, so this is fun. Don't hurt me. Wait, Queen.
Please tell that broken monkey that I'm no one's queen.
No one's queen. Yes. No.
Oh, Uberbird!
Mac. Oh, God.
Skunk Ape.
No.
Doesn't want the Benang.
Well, he's useless. Skunk ape?
Please tell that broken monkey that I'm no one's queen.
Okay, nothing we can do with him.
Yes. No.
Uberbird!
Alright, he's just dead.
Hey, Skunk ape. Any chance of you moving out of the way so I can open that freezer?
God, what a negative Nelly!
Alright, so I can't get in the freezer. Make toast.
This probably isn't the best time to make some toast. But what the hey? Yikes! Guess I won't be making any toast for a while.
I remember when I was a toaster.
Yeah, the secret button.
The button that opens the secret tunnel into the sewers.
Mm-hmm.
Less talky, more pressy, Sam! I've just about run out of amusing ways to shoot you in the face!
Open hickory.
Nope. By the way, that worked like 3 episodes ago. Nope, not today. You know. Nope. Sorry, buddy. They're not gonna make
Hey,
it.
Stinkies! What happened to your secret tunnel?
Secret tunnel.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
All right, let's talk to
I think
Stinky.
Stinkies would be wrong.
Yeah, we should wait until Friday night before they've cleared out the till.
All right, let's talk to Stinky.
Stinky!
Stinky.
It's a harbinger of doom.
Yeah.
I got a wacky idea. Why don't you help us fight off the Sams?
Your personality alone could probably take out a dozen of them in one blow.
For your information, I'm trying to text the authorities for some help.
Right.
Right.
Any luck texting
The authorities. Yeah.
None yet, but I'll be sure to let you know if I make a breakthrough.
You do that.
Yeah.
What do you think the deal is with all these dangerously handsome simulacra?
Doppelgangers.
Dongungus. Dangerously handsome. Yeah.
I'd guess clones.
Really?
Or maybe parallel universe commandos with pastry golems. Or maybe I don't really care since it's not really my job to figure this kind of thing out.
Fair enough. ROLN. Roll in? Rollo in? I don't know what that means. Yeah, it's a weird chat thing. I don't know what it means.
Your boyfriend.
Boyfriend? What boyfriend? I don't have a boyfriend.
You know, General Skunk Ape. You two seem to be getting along pretty well before Max and I kicked him into the penal zone.
Skunk Kape? He's not my boyfriend. I mean, just
Look at him. Yeah, Jesus.
I see that you and Grandpa Stinky have reached the plate-throwing phase of your relationship.
Oh, that? That was nothing. Grandpa just fired my chef, without consulting me first. I was slightly annoyed.
It wouldn't be.
But you know what they say, there's nothing like being attacked by an army of portly abominations to give you a sense of perspective.
Do people really say that?
Do people really say that? I don't think so.
Why did Grandpa fire Sal anyway?
Well, he's a cockroach.
Doesn't matter between me and Grandpa, for the moment.
Sal's the cockroach that worked at the museum. So yeah.
What happened to the secret tunnel?
Secret tunnel?
You know, the one under that table over there.
Mm-hmm.
As usual, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Same.
Seriously, how come your secret tunnel doesn't work anymore?
Seriously, I don't know what you're talking about.
Dang it. All right.
Well, I can see you're busy. I'll just get back to saving our lives.
Hey, good luck with that.
Good luck with that. Yeah. Good luck with saving our lives.
Yeah, Grandpa Stinky?
Do you mind? You're spoiling my aim.
Spoiling me aim.
What do you think this unprecedented wave of me is all about?
Who cares? I haven't had this much fun in years.
Mm-hmm.
Need any help?
Nah, I've been dreaming about this day for
For
years.
years. Just to kill you. Yep. Yep. He just wanted to kill Sam for
I
years.
couldn't help but notice the girl Stinky started flinging plates at your head.
What did she think I was going to do when I discovered that she'd hired a giant cockroach to run my beautiful kitchen?
Well, your tolerance for cockroaches is well known, so I'm sure she probably thought,
Tiny cockroaches. as customers, not 6.5-foot tall monstrosities lumbering about my kitchen, dipping their mandibles in the mayonnaise and spreading their disease on my crudités.
Crudités? Where? And what are those?
Mark my words, kin or no kin, that woman's up to no good.
Mm-hmm. No, there's some truth to that.
What happened to your secret tunnel?
Secret tunnel?
You know, the one under that table over there.
If
Yeah.
I had a secret tunnel, don't you think I would have used it by now?
Good point.
Good point. Trapdoor.
You sure you don't know anything about a secret tunnel? I could swear you were around when we found it a couple of days ago.
I told you, I don't know what you're talking about.
Nope. He was gone. He left the.
On the way out of
He left when you gave him the medal.
I'm having a ball.
Take your time having a ball. All right, let's see. I do not have... Okay, look in the future. Time for future vision.
You heard me. Mr. S is...
Sometimes I wish your future visions were a little more expansive, Max.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Okay, that happened. Stinky's future. Yeah.
Ooh, I'm gonna go try this puppy out on some doggies.
That is the future. He gets a knife. I get confused. Calls you Mr. S. Let me walk out the way here so I can try it again. Can I see Skunk Ape's future? No, I cannot. Okay. Alright. Let's see, we talk to Skunk Ape. There's not much we can do here except for, die, but...
Skunk Ape?
Please tell that...
Let me talk to Sam. Max, I mean. I am Sam. Let me talk to Max. Let's see what we do here.
Max,
No time for clue-laden banter now, Sam. If we're gonna get out of this alive, I've got no choice but to repeatedly blow your brains out with bullets!
Not much we can really do here. Seed power, so let's see if we can rhinoplasty. So, if I remember correctly, this puzzle, getting out of this room is... You need to, trigger... I'm not gonna spoil any story sequences.
Warm until we get our real car back.
Yeah, transform, yeah.
Check it out, Sam. The doppelgangers may have stolen our wheels, but we'll make our escape in DeSoto 2 Diesel Boogaloo.
Diesel Boogaloo, yeah.
Well, this is underwhelming.
Toy car.
Max, they think you're a toy. Change back.
That doesn't work.
Guess we won't be driving out in that.
Unless we get a bunch of fezzes and join the Shriners.
Yep. Alright. Oops. Oh, my cup fell, but luckily nothing was in my cup. Let me just pick it up, chat. Be right? Quick second. There we go. I'm glad nothing was in my cup. Nothing was in my cup. Nothing was in my cup. I'm gonna put in pad support so I can play this on pad support.
Ye infernal beastie!
These barrels would make great door jams, or weapons if they weren't bolted to the floor. Skunk Ape?
Please tell...
This game plays on everything, WASD controls, keypad controls, point click, and D-pad. Does everything and more. And if I want to look at what's clickable, I could just do that. That works too. I definitely need a...
No more Sams!
Even if I did have any of the obscure currency used by Grandpa Stinky's phone, the lines are all jammed by panicked citizens.
I saw the Stinky again.
Stinky?
What?
Well, I can see you're busy. I'll just get back to saving our lives.
Hey, good luck with that.
Oh, the radio. Sure, let me try the radio.
Hey, good idea. Maybe we can turn this horrific siege into some sort of half-assed rhythm-based minigame.
That's funny.
Half-naked, portly dog-like creatures are running amok. Details at this time remain sketchy, but we have numerous reports that the Zoftig canines are breaking into people's houses and stealing their children's toys. Well, that'll put some kids in therapy, right, Chet?
Right, Chet.
Whoa, ease off, big fella. I'm pretty upset about the Zaptic crack too, but that's no reason to go ape.
Smooth, Sam.
Sam.
Infernal city stripped me of my power and my dignity, but I'll be a Polarian baboots before I let them have the last of my toys!
Hey, the monkey's gonna do a card trick.
I don't think so, Max. Those look like the mind-reading cards we saw in that chilling vision of the future that never happened.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Gimme.
Give them to you? Hardly. With these cards, I will escape this gorilla-forsaken
Get
world,
rock.
blast it from orbit, and then move on to conquer the rest of the entire galaxy. No.
All right, we got it.
Wow, that was horrible.
Oh my God, it's just an eye roll, like whatever.
Ah, he'll be okay. Now let's start reading some minds so we can get out of this mess.
All right, let's. Nice. All right, that's gonna make this a lot easier for the rest of this section. But first things first, we're starting mind reading.
Fudgy Freeze. The greatest combination of ice cream, fudge, and carob balls this side of the Mississippi.
Dogs don't. I don't know if dogs are Chuck. Yeah.
Must resist fudge. Nom, 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 nom.
Sam?
Sorry, Max. You know how I get whenever I get a Fudgy Freeze in my hand.
So this is a puzzle that like makes sense in a little cartoon logic. So basically, right? You like the peanut butter will make your mouth sticky. So you can't chew the chocolate. Because he's addicted for yeah. This took a while for me to figure out. I was like, oh, okay. Like oh right. Yeah, because I went like, yeah, right there. I don't know if that works in real life, gumming up your teeth, but I guess so. Like a little cartoon logic. Now we have a Fudgy Freeze. Now we can use a Fudgy Freeze for later when we need it. And by the way, now you can tell the peanut butter's in your mouth because you're licking your tongue. You get the dog animation out there. And now we can make toast by giving the Fudgy Freeze to Samuel.
As much as I do.
Now you can make toast. That's it. You can make toast. Alright, let's try reading some minds. Let's see what we got here.
When this is over, my so-called granddaughter and I are going to have a wee talk.
Mm-hmm. Read Sam's mind. There we go.
Can you read my mind? Do you know all the things I'm thinking of?
Mm-hmm.
When Wilfred and Brimley aren't looking, I'll escape through my backup tunnel.
A backup tunnel? Ingenious.
Really? I was gonna go with paranoid or maybe silly.
Mm-hmm.
When Wilfred and Brimley aren't looking,
They keep she keeps changing their name every time. Now it's time to consult her about that.
Stinky?
What?
Hey, that backup tunnel, huh?
Okay, Stinky. Where's your backup secret tunnel?
What?
You heard me. The backup tunnel.
I don't know anything about a backup tunnel.
You see how she's like, you gotta pay attention to the animation? She's looking away. The backup tunnel is over there.
Come on, Stinky. Tell us where your backup tunnel is before Max runs out of bullets.
This is good use of animation elements.
Never run out of bullets.
I told you I don't know anything about a tunnel.
Yeah, Lear, yeah.
Why do you keep looking over there?
See?
Looking over where?
Well, I can see you're busy. I'll just get back to saving our lives.
Hey, good luck with that.
Yep. Now that she's nervous, she's thinking about it.
I don't know how Blah Blah and Buzz Buzz found
Spell.
out about my backup tunnel, but they'll never figure out that setting the toaster to incinerate will open it.
See?
Those cards have peeled open Stinky's mind like a snarky, lazy onion.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, you flabby kids. Come get a whiff of what the stink is cooking.
Give this thing. And that's why I think the toast is so... Yeah. Yep. When I did this puzzle the first time, I had no idea. It's like, okay, I thought toast do something. Nope, but it does the tunnel. So, yeah. I'll get the peanut butter part. Sorry.
In the name of Betty Crocker's knickers, have you been doing to my diner?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I've had just about all I can stand, you indolent waste of DNA.
She's a cake.
Say, you two wouldn't mind holding the fort while we go check out Stinky's secret passage, would you?
Indolent? Who do you think keeps this diner afloat, old man?
Great, thanks.
Yep, no. Alright, well, they're fighting for their lives. Okay. The president, yeah. President Max jump in, yeah.
I sure hope the Stinkies are able to work out their issues.
Not me. Watching them argue is like dinner theater, only without the...
Sweet mother of Watson and Crick gallivanting with Rosalind Franklin on a spiral staircase. Max,
Yeah?
I think we found the source of the simulacra.
Doppelgangers.
Whatever. Mm-hmm. Clone Compito.
What the heck is Girl Stinky doing down here?
Girl Stinky. Yeah, it's Girl Stinky, alright. Well. It's like is it Minority Report? I forgot that sci-fi anime that had this exact scene. Clone Sam takes his hat.
Toys, toys, toys. Toys, toys, toys.
That's strange.
Yep. This season experimented with Sam wears. You had a bowler hat, you had no hat, you know, got him in this detective style uniform without the jacket. They really messed around a lot of Jenga's art direction of it.
Max, look. Bosco Tech Clone Pod. This clone pod was manufactured by Mama Bosco.
You probably should have guessed by the hot pants they're wearing. Mama sure does love a nicely turned Samgam.
If Mama Bosco's the one controlling these clones, she's got a lot of explaining to do.
Mm-hmm.
Clone Cooker DNA input receptacle.
Whoa.
Looks like our mysterious clone master doesn't want anyone messing with their cloning recipe. Nice kitchenette.
You gotta love a mastermind who keeps the coffee flowing.
True. All right, let's explore some tunnel. All right, Stinkies. Let's go to the tunnel here.
Wonder what's down this tunnel.
There's only 5 or 6 ways to find out.
Well, let's take the one that doesn't involve explosives or time travel.
Spoil sport.
Well, here we are, back in the Museum of Mostly Natural History. And look, Paperweight's office. Maybe he can tell us what's going on with all these Sams.
Rubbish bin.
A trash can.
My psychic clue sense is tingling.
You know I can't stand looking at you when you dig through garbage.
No time to indulge your delicate sensibilities, Sam. Look!
What is it?
Hey, I just find the clues. And besides, I seem to have temporarily lost my ability to read.
Disturbing side effect of your psychic abilities?
Nah, I just can't be bothered.
Let's see what this says.
It's a letter from our old pal Sal, resigning from his job at the museum.
Should a 6-foot-tall cockroach really be putting himself out on the job market in this economy?
True.
We should ask him. He left a forwarding number.
Sweet!
God.
It's locked.
Yeah, but at least there aren't a bicycle of eldritch tentacles guarding it anymore.
Bicycle.
Bicycle is the group word for tentacles, Max.
Wait, you fool! Oh, sorry. Oh, it's you.
We've got some questions.
Dr. Norrington and I could not give 3 rotten figs for your questions.
Your questions.
We've got important work to do. Good day. But I said good day, sir.
Well, I never.
His code. Let's put the code in. Let's see. How you steal the code? Can I use the future vision?
No!
Read his mind?
Let's see. Foot, snake, squiggle, squiggle, bird. Done.
Yep.
We probably should have guessed that one. Hey, little buddy.
That's sizest, Sam.
That size is Sam.
Keep it real, little buddy.
That's not really my forte, Sam.
But yeah, the security panel, that's how you do it. It's very common sense. You would have figured it out. It's not the hard one.
No, I've got a mind like a steel tramp.
Trap.
Really?
Shrimp.
Huh. A steel tramp would be a lot more fun in a bum fight.
Yay, we got it.
Don't look at me!
Oh, come on. You're not that ugly.
You don't understand. Human minds aren't equipped to comprehend.
Hey, Sam, there's a guy in here.
Whoa, that's gross. Hmm?
Impressed. Most humans are driven incurably insane by the mere glimpse of my unspeakable visage.
Yeah, well, no offense, but we get more unspeakable visages in our convention swag.
So you're the mysterious Dr. Norrington?
I am known by many names. Among them,
It's a
Yogg-Sagoth,
goth.
Elder Fiend of the Dark Dimension.
I'm so surprised.
Shocking, true, but not nearly as shocking as the horrific
The
truth
truth.
I suspect I must now reveal.
Mm-hmm. All right. Before we talk the Dr. Norrington, talk to him and figure out what that whole thing about and he's somehow attached to him, I'm going to take a quick restroom break. I'll be back shortly. Hey everybody, I'm back. Just to a restroom break. And apparently my package for my new dresser came in, so I had to be strong style and lift it up, I guess. So, yeah, yep. My back doesn't hurt, so it wasn't that heavy of a carry, but yeah. So we're going to be questioning Dr. Norrington and Paperweight about everything, so...
What do you have to say about all those creepy tentacles we found in the cloning chamber?
Tentacles?
Yeah, like the ones your boy Paperweight summoned in the museum last night.
Cthulhu's wattle.
Ooh, I'm using that.
Go through
Only
what
one such as myself can summon the Cilia of Torment. Whoever's controlling your clones must be awash in the forces of the Dark Dimension.
Did you really just say
A wash.
The only thing that can properly vanquish matter from the Dark Dimension is the Chthonic Destroyer.
Okay, tell me what is that, yeah.
The Chthonic Destroyer.
Is it pointy?
The Chthonic Destroyer is the ultimate psychic toy. A weapon so terrible that it was once used to drive the Elder Gods themselves back to their home in the Dark Dimension.
Ah,
Mm-hmm.
that mole man is smiting an army.
Mind if we hold on to this?
Sam's got a thing for illuminated manuscripts.
If it will help you find the Chthonic Destroyer, yes, of course.
Thanks. I'll try to keep Max from drawing dirty pictures in the margins. Can the destroyer be used against those tentacles?
The Destroyer is proof against anything from the Dark Dimension. Me, the tentacles, the toy box.
Sam, we gotta get one of these things.
You'll have to find the hidden, giggling realm of skittering ingestion if you wish to find the Destroyer.
Oh, fantastic. Dimension hopping.
You're Yogg-Sagoth, the world-shattering elder god?
You look like something my non-existent cat coughed up.
Curb your tongue, rabbit.
No, Paperweight. The
Big Kid
negative
One is right.
This debased form is a pathetic shadow of my former glory.
Mm-hmm.
Long before the dawn of man, my kind was sovereign over this dimension and countless others. We welcome the development of sentient life, drinking deeply from your
Neat.
bottomless wellsprings of terror, and also your succulent hairy flesh.
Mm.
Ew.
You.
For untold eons, we lapped at the perpetual buffet of your horror and worship, until powerful forces rallied to drive us back to the dark dimension.
Forces?
Primitive hybrids somehow impervious to our powers. You know them as mole men.
Here.
Yes, that's exactly what they ordered us to do.
The mole men beat you guys? No way.
You know, it's a lot harder to take you prehistoric elder gods seriously, now that I know you were banished by a bunch of mole men.
Scoff if you must, but the mole people were much more powerful before they were genetically marginalized by the cruel twists of evolution.
Just like Uncle Billy.
So, should I call you Yog Sagoth or Norrington?
Call me Dr. Norrington. When uttered by your mortal tongues, my true name sounds disturbingly like our term for number 2.
You should hear him say nuclear.
Oh lord, that's funny.
I didn't see Sal out there.
Ah, yes, poor Sal. He resigned after the incident with General Skunkape's men.
Any idea where he is now?
I'm sure he left a forwarding number in his resignation letter, but I'm afraid I've lost track of it. I have a lot on my table right now.
Threw in the trash, yeah.
Sure you don't know where Sal is?
No, but you're welcome to have a look around.
The toy box.
You and Paperweight seem to know a lot about that devil's
Toy box everyone keeps stealing.
The devil's toy box. Ha! You should be so lucky.
What are you talking about?
The toy box is of a power far greater than that of your primitive gods and devils. It is the property of my grandson, Junior.
What?
Junior?
What? Oh, hold on.
Yes, Junior, the youngest and most horrible of the elder gods. His birthing wail shattered the supercontinent of Pangea. His first steps sunk the proto-civilizations of Subarctica.
Junior?
In an effort to stop my rampaging grandchild from destroying the Omniverse, I brought many of my precious childhood keepsakes over from the Dark Dimension to keep Junior distracted and entertained, as well as a box to contain their frightening power.
Junior?
Unfortunately, when the elder gods were banished to the Dark Dimension, Junior's toy box was lost during the move, and in the millennia since, he just will not stop whining about it.
Junior?
It's a lot scarier if you've got the requisite complement of larynxes to pronounce it correctly.
Sorry about that, chat. Something just packages came through, all that stuff. Something just came up. So I'm back right here. So yeah.
So why have the 1.5 of you been trying to get your hands on the toy box all these years?
To destroy it!
But why? It's got all those cool toys that make my brain tingle and my ears all fuzzy.
The toys of power were never meant for mortal hands. For the sake of all that exists, they must be returned to the toy box and annihilated.
You're not gonna take my toys, are you?
Not yet. Your chaotic mastery of the toys of power may yet prove useful in defeating the master of these blasphemous portly canines.
So how did gigantic behemoth of an elder god like you get stuck in panty waist anyway?
Paperweight!
Silence! Several decades ago, Monsieur Paperweight foolishly attempted to summon me to this plane of existence.
Yeah, we may have heard something about that.
Yeah.
Paperweight's infantile conjurings were doomed to failure, but the uncanny power of your grandsire's brain somehow managed to extrude an infinitesimally tiny fraction of my essence into this dimension. It became fused with Paperweight's unsettlingly hairless and ladylike torso.
Ladylike torso.
Of a century trying to retrieve the toy box and send the great Yog-Sothoth home.
And we would have succeeded last night if you hadn't lost your temper over that slobbering space ape.
Sorry about that.
Oh god, Simulacrum.
Do you know anything about all these handsome brutes that are stealing toys throughout the city?
The clones are meaningless.
And chubby.
Hey!
But if they are truly stealing toys, then their master may be attempting to gather a complete collection of the toys of power.
Collect all 1,024. Impress your friends.
And destroy the entirety of existence as we know it. You've already borne witness to the damage that can be wrought when the Devil's Toy Box is mostly full. If the box is completely engorged, its power will tear down the walls of reality itself.
So, aside from tearing apart reality, anything else you think we should know about the Plague of Me?
Only that they should seriously consider a gym membership.
Alright, well that's it.
Stay put. We'll probably have more...
Get a gym membership.
Your kind always does.
Yep, get a gym membership. I wonder if I can read their minds.
Cease your intrusions into my host's mind. Gaze not into the mind of an elder god, insect.
Cannot read his mind. Okay, at least I didn't try. What's their future? He gets Okay. Something painful happens, but not by me. Alright. Let's explore the other chambers. Let's see what this goes.
Check it out, Max. Cart tracks.
Maybe there's gold at the end of this tunnel. Or rare deposits of Cantgetium.
You're a strange little imp, Max.
Are we there yet? We've been walking for nearly a decameter.
I love your wacky made-up units of measurement, Max.
A decameter?
Wait
Does that
minute,
exist?
There's a light up ahead.
Kilometer, centimeter, decameter should exist. A decimeter should exist. I should look that up. It probably does exist.
Boscotech?
Shh. Something weird is going on.
Weird by our standards or everyone else's?
Yeah.
Mr. Molman, please concentrate. Without your assistance, we'll never be able to contact Dr. Mama Bosco.
No, we won't. You don't know what you're doing.
Super Ball.
Mr. President, you're alive. I'm overjoyed.
I can tell.
A seance? That's not exactly in your bailiwick now, is it?
Okay, I'm just gonna stand right over here until I can shake off the memory of you saying bailiwick.
You are sadly correct, sir. As a medium, I'm more of an extra.
It was small.
But it's
That's
desperately
funny.
important that we make contact with the missing Dr. Mama Bosco.
Why?
I would think it's obvious, sir. The Sam clones. Her hands are all over them.
Ew.
Yeah.
Figuratively, sir.
Oh, that's better. Are you going to take another shot at summoning Dr. Mama Bosco?
Actually, sirs, I was thinking of leaving it to someone who specializes in weirdness.
Larry King is here?
Larry
He
King.
was talking about us.
Oh, God. Ads beginning. On Twitch. If you want to skip ads, consider subscribing to the channel. Get Amazon Prime or whatever. You'll skip ads, get access to cool emotes.
Do you know anything about these simulacra?
Doppelgangers.
According to the authorities, they're fanning out across the city in search of the remaining toys of power.
Remaining?
Yes, sirs. In the aftermath of the Salmon Mock incident, our crypto scientists estimate that there are only a few hundred TOPs extant, and they're scattered throughout the city.
What will happen once the Sam clones gather all the toys?
Nobody knows. A few experts believe that the person who created the clones will use the fully empowered Devil's Toy Box to psychically bring about a golden age of unity and harmony.
That'd be an
Unexpected twist.
But most of them concur that we'll likely be facing some sort of universal Armageddon scenario in which a horrific beast of unimaginable power reigns over the earth, and the living envy the dead.
That one stands more receivable.
What are you doing here?
Yeah, why aren't you back at the White House keeping that backstabbing Secretary of Health and Human Services away from my Cuban cigars?
I'm here to investigate the rampaging Sam clones and their possible connection to the so-called Devil's Toy Box, sirs.
What a coinky-dink. So are we.
Yes, sirs. Quite the quinkadink.
Quickadink, yeah.
Hey, if you're here and I'm here, who's running the country right now?
I've taken the liberty of installing an amusing bobblehead figurine in the Oval Office. No one seems to have noticed.
Oh my god.
What happened to Mama Bosco?
I'm not certain, sirs. I came here to investigate reports of illegal cloning activity, only to find Dr. Mama Bosco missing. I'm conducting a seance to bring her in for questioning.
Stay loose, Superball.
I always do, sirs.
I wonder if we'll ever find out what Mama Bosco's dimensional destabilizer does.
It's
With
a
her?
device used to coerce a transient resonant integration pattern of the subquantum harmonic vibrational frequencies between this and adjoining dimensional membranes.
Wait for it.
I wonder if we'll ever find out what this dimensional destabilizer does.
I hope it makes pie.
I love it. They just want to poke around with it. Like, what does it do? I don't know. I want to poke with it. Hey, Harry moment.
You're alive.
Don't sound so disappointed.
I mean,
Don't be that
that
way.
way, Harry.
You cheated me out of millions of dollars and trapped me in a killer sauna. How should I be?
I mean, you gave it a...
What's with the seance?
Super Dense over there wants to summon Dr. Bosco back to the lab for questioning, but he doesn't know what he's doing.
How so?
It's so obvious that he can't make contact with the spirit realms. I mean, he can't even get in touch with my recently deceased relatives.
Why don't you tell us about those recently departed relatives?
Sorry, Sam, the memories too fresh.
Fair enough.
Okay.
What do you know about these scary
But dashing.
toy-stealing Sams?
But dashing.
You sure you want to stick with that answer?
Yeah, isn't that your tunnel that connects directly to the big old cloning facility?
That old thing? I haven't been down there in months. After Mama Bosco started using it to store crate loads of high-tech equipment, it kind of lost its rustic charm.
Think he's telling the truth?
Probably. Harry doesn't have the brains, brawn, or all-around competence to pull off a scheme like this.
You know, I am
standing right here. Yep, he is standing right there. He is indeed standing right there. Oh boy, let's go. I think we have to ask about the doppelgangers now.
What sorts of high-tech equipment was Mama Bosco
Consider water.
storing in your hole?
How should I know? She never tells me anything.
Doppelgangers.
What happened to Mama Bosco?
I don't know. When I returned to the lab after my harrowing adventures on Skunkapi's ship, she was acting strange.
Strange?
Yes. She was distracted and wafted about the facility with an agitated nervousness that one would normally associate with a guilty conscience.
You got all that from the way she was wafting?
Well, that, and she gasped, "Oh no, it's all my fault," before she floated out of the building. No one's seen her since.
Yeah.
So you don't know where Mama Bosco is?
Not a clue.
Not a
We're
clue.
trying to hold a seance to compel her to return.
Mm-hmm. Not ask about Harry.
How'd you get out of Skunk Ape's ship?
I'm glad you asked.
My incredible adventure begins.
I discovered a small crack in the back of my cell.
Second thought, never mind.
All right, chat. I'll be back in a quick second to grab some more water. All right, I'm back. Got my water, so I'm good. I'm good to go. All right.
Hang in there, Harry.
Do I have a choice?
Okay. So, let's read his mind about his uncle. Well, not really his uncle, but whatever. Just take a guess there.
Stupid Super Ball can't
Yeah.
even contact Uncle Morty, and he's only been dead for a week.
I want to read Super Bowl's mind.
I'm afraid the contents of my mind are classified, sirs.
The,
Oh, that was odd.
yeah. He did the same thing in the second season. He would just like blind you.
Most people would be frightened to be tethered to an id-driven maniac with increasingly dangerous psychic abilities. But not me.
But me.
And I'm absolutely not thinking this because Max is reading my mind right now.
Yep,
Really?
that doesn't really. Yep.
I knew it! It's a miracle!
Sheds a tear. All right, that works. All right, let's just summon his uncle. Because like I remember this part of the puzzle. It's like you got to get his uncle to summon.
Rich, you think that you have the spiritual chops to summon Mama Bosco?
Hey, Sam's got more spiritualism in his pinky than the love child of the Dalai Lama and Mother Teresa.
Actually, I don't think I have a pinky finger, Max.
Let's begin, sirs.
Ghoulies and imps from a Black Sabbath song.
Give us a signal by banging that gong.
Super Ball.
Perhaps we should concentrate on the task at hand.
Okay.
Ghoulies and imps from a Black Sabbath song. Keep your eyes peeled, Max.
Okay, perhaps we should concentrate on the task at hand.
Oh, tough room. Let's try another one.
I like that.
Harry Moman.
What?
The spirits wish to speak to you.
Oh, do they? And who, pray tell, wants to talk to me?
Your Uncle Morty.
Your Uncle Morty.
Uncle Morty? Is it you? Talk to me, Uncle Morty. Talk to me.
Yes, your Uncle Morty. He has something important to say.
The bug. The clock. He got the strap. He got to carry him.
Mortimer Moleman, your nephew is waiting.
Ding.
He needs a friend now since he's no good
Okay.
at dating.
Hey!
That's kind of funny.
Mortimer, come
About
out
to
and
play. Mortimer, come out and play.
I don't think that's gonna work, Max. The rhinoplasty only works on images of inanimate objects.
Yeah, Morty's dead. It doesn't get more inanimate than that.
Yeah, but he wasn't when the picture was taken.
Dang. Now I'll have to find some other way to make this picture talk.
Dang it.
Mortimer, come out and play.
Playing.
Most people would be frightened, and I'm absolute. The power of Max
Stupid Super Ball can't even contact Uncle Morty.
talk to
I'm afraid the contents of...
Okay.
Mortimer Moleman. Your nephew is waiting.
He needs a
So, about Uncle Morty.
Stop with the small talk. If this is a real seance.
Harry. Yes, Uncle Morty. Harry.
Maybe
Wait to hear from my uncle.
impersonate to see if that works.
Harry, it's me, Uncle Morty.
Really, Sam? That the best you can do?
Morty, oxen free.
It doesn't work. Okay, we gotta find another way.
Have moved on.
Sure they have. I knew you couldn't talk to the dead.
Better luck next time, sirs.
We can't rhinoplasty that. If we're in Mama Bosco's office, then we should definitely be able to teleport here once we get her. Hey, it's Max. We should be able to teleport once we get the.
Hey, Max, look. Mama Bosco changed her number.
Yep, that's how it
Last
works.
24 hours? Huh, being dead must be making her paranoid.
Ah, great. Free viewership at You're Gonna Get Banned. I appreciate that. And banned. There we go. That was a quick one. Freaking hell, man. It's like, get viewership on my like, why do those bots exist? It's like they shouldn't, like, it's not even me trying to be that guy. It's like, I don't think, I doubt that other streamers get the bot problem as much as anyone else does. I don't think anyone else do, but yo, it's hell of annoying. At least for me personally, it's hell of annoying. Let me just make sure my thing is set up, and there we go. Okay, cool. All right, so let's skedaddle out of here. Before we skedaddle out of here, let's get back to Stinky. Easygoing, lightweight 3H. Oh, the sad part is like the bots' names have gotten more realistic, I guess. So that's an improvement, right? Right, you know, that's a thing. That's the museum. Let's go to Stinky's. Climb on top of, yeah. Flint? Hey, Flint paper appears there.
Grandfather, will you please tell this booze-soaked gumshoe to get out of our diner?
Just answer the man's questions so I can get on with my pathetic excuse for a life.
Get on my pathetic excuse for a life. Oh my god. That's depression right there. That's when you know, yep, I'm depressed, baby. And like depression. It's its own power set. Not a good one, but it's a power set. Alright, let's see if I could just look at the future. Oh god, yeah, he gets creeped out. So she do. Oof.
You heard me. Mr. S is.
Sometimes I wish your future visions were a little more expansive, Max.
Mr. S is somebody.
Ooh, I've got to go try this puppy out on some doggies.
I wonder.
Ugh, if I don't get out of here, I'll never be able to meet. And how'd Skippy and Bam Bam find out about my backup tunnel anyway? Are they reading my mind?
Uh-oh.
Golly gee, I hope Flint lets me go so I can buy some shoes today. Maybe some nice black pumps with
Evil!
She figured it out, yeah.
The dame was a symphony of ice and sarcasm, and I was the out-of-tune sax player trying to horn in on her action. The rabbit listened to the music and wondered if he tuned into the wrong station.
Well, Flint even thinks in fairly applicable metaphors.
Yeah.
His mind blown.
or maybe some strappy things with some sensible heels.
All right.
Hey, Flint, what's shaking?
Hiya, boys!
Boys?
Just putting the finishing touches on this whole girl stinky caper.
Really?
Well,
Yeah.
but Grandpa Stinky's gonna stop paying me if I don't wrap this case up tonight, so I'm kind of winging it here.
Had you on retainer for months, and you didn't even know she'd installed nae one, but 2 secret tunnels under my diner!
Oh my god.
Mind if we kibitz in your interrogation?
Be my guest, boys. I'm hitting a brick wall with Miss Motormouth here. See? Now, where were we? Oh, yeah. Who's this Mr. S mug? And what are the two of you planning to do to Grandpa Stinky?
All right, let's try. Threaten her.
That kind of talk makes Mr. Shooty angry, sister.
Stinky didn't say anything, Sam.
See what I'm working with here?
Maybe she doesn't know how these hard-boiled interrogations are supposed to work.
Yeah.
I think you're right, Max. Let's show her how it's done. I'll be Flint, and you be Stinky.
Fine, but if I get typecast, you're getting a nasty call from my agent.
All right, sister. What's the deal with all your secret tunnels?
Secret tunnels? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Liar!
You filthy, rotten liar. We know all about the secret cloning facility at the end of your secret tunnel. So spill.
Cloning facility? What are you talking about?
No, that's his line.
Come on, Stinky. Don't pretend you don't know anything about the massive Sam cooking machines we found at the end of your secret tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
Get out of my way!
Not so fast, Dollface. You're not going anywhere until you answer some questions.
Fine, fire away. Anything to get me out of this madhouse.
Okay then, from the top. Who's this Mr. S mug? And what are the two of you planning to do to Grandpa Stinky?
Mr. S is Sam. We were planning Grandpa Stinky's surprise birthday party.
The smile. She wants you to go along with the lie. Explain.
What the what now?
You heard me. Mr. S is Sam. The two of us were planning Grandpa Stinky's surprise birthday party.
You lousy liar. My birthday isn't for another 5 months.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it was going to be such a surprise.
Is this true, Sam?
It sure is. She
It sure is.
already ordered your favorite cake.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I mean, that's
Oh, wow,
right,
yeah.
I did.
A cake, eh? Well, I'll tell you what. If you and Sam can cough up my favorite cake, I'll send Mr. Paper home. Until then, you're not going anywhere,
Granddaughter. Oh boy.
I can't believe you and Stinky were planning a party and you didn't ask me to help. I love licking envelopes and cooking up embarrassing party games.
Don't be a dork, Max. This whole party thing is just another brick in Stinky's mountain of lies. But if we cover for her, maybe Flint will let her go, and she can lead us to her mysterious Mr. S and the mastermind behind these rakishly handsome Sam clones.
Well, yeah.
It's convoluted and absurd. I like it.
All we have to do now is find Grandpa Stinky's favorite cake.
Easy. Mind reading. Like literally. It's literally mind reading. It's literally my yeah.
A party? A likely story. Still, it'd be nice to get a slice of upside-down Uzbekian blood cake surprise.
The dame was a symphony of ice and...
Wow, Flint.
Shaka.
I can't believe I need Flomo and the Bean to get me out of
Flomo on the bean.
And I can't believe that Stinky keeps coming up with insulting nicknames for us in her head.
All the time, yeah. Okay. Now it's time to check in on... Let's try what's Sal working at now.
Well, there's Sal.
And a bunch of doppelgangers.
They got the soda.
Hope those Sam show more respect for our car than we do.
Whoa.
Well, that was awfully convenient.
That's the 80s music, yeah. My hat, yeah.
Sam?
Sam. The rage. He's got the drip. He's got my drip. He's got to carry him.
Hey, look, Max. It's our old friend Charlie Hotep.
Get it away! Get it away!
Come on, Max. He'll give you cool ventriloquism powers, just like your great-grandpa Maximus had in olden times.
Fine, I'll do it for the powers. But for the record, I want to make it clear that I find Charlie Hotep, like all ventriloquist dummies, completely creepy and disgusting.
True.
But you don't see me getting skittish about it.
True. Hotep. Alrighty. Now, I want to show you guys something. If you think you can just walk past them, you cannot.
Max,
Coworker.
keep your eyes peeled, Max.
Oh, that's really disgusting, Sam.
Coworker. See, you cannot. Mm-hmm.
Toys?
Toy. Shoot or run?
Let's run. Toys.
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 Yikes.
Toys. Well, that That was a harrowing chase down the clown-infested streets of the city.
And the clones were pretty bad too.
At least we finally lost them.
Mm-hmm. And it's still there, so you gotta... Read clones
For
mine.
instance, Max, we don't want those toy-sniffing simulacrons coming after us.
Toys, toys, toys.
Ow!
These handsome devils are all sharing the same mind. Amazing.
Amazing for you, but my nasal passages are about to be visited by Uncle Flo.
Mm-hmm.
Dooby-dooby-doo, stacking some crates.
Wait, it's the doobie-doobie-doo.
He really is a simple guy, isn't he?
Charlie Hotep.
Hey, doppelgangers! It's me, Max. I'm in this warehouse with all sorts of juicy psychic toys. 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 Toys.
Toys?
All right, now control. Let's look at the Buster Blaster. Yep, it counts. Hmm.
Hey, it's our noisy old friend Bluster Blaster.
More like a barely tolerated acquaintance.
Barely doesn't. You made him though. You made Buster Blaster.
Oh, boy.
Cops.
You think you'll rejoin the cops now that your Vegas adventure is over?
That portion of my life is terminated.
Buster Blaster.
What happened to you?
Yeah, we thought you were in Vegas helping Bosco count cards and pick up showgirls.
Mm-hmm.
Maximum failure.
Why?
Counting cards out loud.
Yeah, the dealers tend to notice things like that.
Yeah, you can't say like 21 in my hand. You know, can't do that.
Need any help?
No, thank you. I'll just sit here until my shields regenerate.
What about Bosco?
Do you know what happened to Bosco?
Bosco stayed in Vegas to pay off debt to casino.
Cleaning tables?
Male stripper.
Of course.
Ew.
Interesting.
Left letter to give to Mama.
Dear Mama, guess what? I met a girl. So it looks like I'll be staying in Vegas a little bit longer than originally planned. Please take care of the store while I'm away. Love, Bosco.
P.S. Could you wire me about $20,000?
Worst Bosco impression ever.
That's up there.
Deliver this to Mama Bosco?
Take it. I never want anything to do with Bosco ever again.
Cool.
Say, you wouldn't happen to know anything about all these Sam clones running around, would you?
Those are real.
Yeah.
Holy Mother of God.
I think that's a no.
Oh God.
See ya, Bluster.
I have become death.
Will they attack me?
Sal.
Sam and Max, what brings you guys down to the warehouse district?
Hey.
All the usual. Mystery, intrigue.
The roar of the grease paint.
The
smell of
smell.
the crowd.
Yeah.
How are you coping with all these Sam clones?
That what they are? Thought they might be some of your skinnier, less inhibited cousins from over in the village.
Oh no. That's Yeah, no.
So my clones haven't been hassling you?
A little, but I don't seem to have whatever it is they're looking for.
Mm.
So you gave up your cushy job at the museum?
For this?
You bet. That museum gig was getting dangerous. What with all the fires, the slimy tentacles, and the gorilla pummelings. I'm just not cut out for a life of excitement like that.
Gorilla pummelings.
What are you doing out here anyway?
Not cut out for a life of
I've done
excitement.
A great job stacking crates. Doesn't pay much, but it's way less violent. At least it was until those guys came along.
What's in those crates?
Beats me. As long as there's nothing in these babies that keep me from stacking them, I could give a Junebug's behind about what's in them, you know?
Fair enough. Alright. Remember Sal worked as a chef there, so we can ask him.
Hey, Sal, you're a pretty mean chef, right?
Yeah.
I know my way around a lemon zester, yeah. What about it?
We really need someone to bake a birthday cake, pronto.
Sure, I could probably take a break and whip one up.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of cake you guys looking for?
A loose Becky an upside-down blood cake surprise?
Ooh, That's gonna be a tall order, Sam.
You know how to make it?
Oh, I know how to make it all right. Any confectioner worth his icing sack knows how to make that bad boy. It's just that the ingredients are really hard to come by.
Don't worry about that. Sam and I live to hunt
All right,
down
another item
ingredients
quest.
or similarly named alternatives.
Yeah.
It's not just the ingredients, though. It literally takes a month to make Becky an upside-down blood cake surprise.
Oh, man.
If you want it tonight, you're just SOL. Sorry.
Yeah.
Can you at least tell us what it looks like in case we run into it in a dark alley someplace?
I can do better than that. I'll draw you a picture.
Yep, I'll draw you a picture.
Voila!
Impressive.
I'm
Now.
in chalk drawing at the Bilderberg Academy for the Culinary and Visual Arts.
Cool.
Stack on, good buddy.
You know it, Sam.
I really like Sal, Sam. It'd be a shame if he got sucked into the undertow of the mayhem and destruction that follows us around like an awestruck teenager.
What the hell are you
Talking about
Max?
Sam. It'd be a shame to ruin his life. That's what he's saying.
Save yourself, babe.
So, remember the rhinoplasty again. A lot of these puzzles in this one is very straightforward. Just go by one. A lot. I feel like this episode was easier than the museum puzzle. Episode 3 was probably the longest of the series, in my opinion. And let's teleport back to Stinky's Diner. Even if you didn't, like, I would say not the order, because you could do this in any order. That's the thing that's good. But I feel like this episode wasn't that tough. A lot of cinematic that's tough. Episode 3 was rough. Episode 3 is hard, man. Oof, and longer. Alright, so time to become a cake. There we go.
Happy birthday, Grandpa Stinky.
Is that?
One upside-down Uzbekian blood cake surprise.
The blood looks right, but let's see if it's got the surprise. An Uzbekian flensing knife! The secret ingredient the Mongols used in all their cake!
Okay.
Now do you believe me?
Tasty cake. This beautiful knife. You two really were planning a birthday party, weren't you? Ooh, I've got to go try this puppy out on some doggies.
And he's gonna go, yep.
All right, you furry trespassers. Make way for Daddy.
Yeah, he really wants to kill Sam. Like, any chance to kill Sam.
One thing I don't understand. Why did
Yeah.
Sam call you my queen in his letter?
Oh, because Sam and I have been carrying on a torrid love affair for years. Is that right, hun?
Oh! I guess yep, that's where that came from. Well.
Meet me at the place. No, the other place.
I don't know what kind of game you're playing here, Sam, but now that I've seen you and Stinky smooching, all I really want to do is climb into a bottle and wipe out a few brain cells.
You know, Sam, that whole stinky kissing thing kind of made me wish for the sweet release of death, too.
I know, little buddy, but it'll be worth it if we can track Stinky to the real Mr. S who's controlling all these Sam clones. Do you still remember Stinky's cell phone number?
Do I? It spells out my second favorite bodily excretion.
Alright, let's get out of here.
Ah, there you are, Mr. S.
Oh.
Stinky, my queen.
I would have gotten here sooner, but the old fool and his Seamus wouldn't let me leave. We've got to get rid of them once.
She was planning to kill Stinky.
Do we have to? Killing seems so...
Deadly.
Trust me, sweetie. It's the only way to get everything we want.
Oh, baby.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Quite enough of that.
It's Droopy and Stitch.
Sam and Max.
Sam and
What are you
Max.
doing down here?
We were about to ask you the same question.
We were? I was gonna ask about biological compatibility issues.
All right, fine. There's no point in denying it any longer. This is where Sal and I meet to revel in our forbidden love.
Yeah, the forbidden love thing. Not where we meet to discuss getting rid of our evil grandpa's stink. Ah!
Right,
Yeah.
just the forbidden love.
Yep.
Then how do you explain that?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Where'd those come from?
Mm.
Yes, Master.
Him.
What just happened?
Well, on the upside, it looks like neither Stinky nor her chitinous boyfriend are the master of these Samolikes. On the downside, it appears that our icky and potentially murderous loverbirds are under the psychic thrall of our mysterious fiend.
Man, I wouldn't want to be the master when Stinky snaps out of it. She straight up hates thralls.
Yep.
Whee!
Let's see if we can read the mind of the thralls.
Trying to read my slave's mind? How rude.
La-di-da, waiting for the master's orders. La-di-da-da.
I'm not sure whether it's comforting or creepy as hell that Sal's still a good-natured bohunk even when he's enthralled.
Mm-hmm. That's just weird. There's a coffee mug.
A coffee mug?
Yes, and unless my rarely utilized razor-sharp senses are wrong, it's full of herbal tea.
Oh, what kind of laid-back monster sips soothing tea from faraway places while commanding armies of Sam clones?
Microphone?
Probably a way to make this microphone work for us, but how? I wonder what that glowing hand does.
You have what you want. Now give them the air.
Hey, nice lights.
Yes, very moody.
I wonder.
That platform looks like a target-rich environment. Now, what should I shoot first?
Let's take a shot at the mug.
Hey, Max, think we can hit that coffee cup from down here?
Only if our arms get really big.
With bullets, Chowderhead.
Oh, that's easy.
Here, the glass.
Or maybe not.
That glass is nigh indestructible.
What does nigh mean, Sam?
Means I read too many
Just
comic
count.
books.
Shoot the platform light. Hey, the gun used right.
Why'd you do that?
Sometimes you just gotta shoot out a few lights.
Maintenance engineer. Yep. Sal's fixing something, so. We can't use that, but Sal can. Now we can shoot the coffee mug. Now, why would I want to shoot the coffee mug? So get up there. That's literally it. I think Sal's bulletproof, but...
Show off.
Now, Max, just because the good Lord didn't bless you with 6 arms and vice-like claws.
Not yet, anyway.
Not yet.
Sal's too nice to shoot.
Yeah.
Hey, Max, watch this.
Nice shot.
Just, yeah.
Turns out the secret is aiming.
Now, the ending of this puzzle makes sense.
Never heard of it.
The setup...
Ancient Orient?
No. The aiming of this puzzle makes sense. The sequence, maybe not so much. Technician, yeah. Now that we know Stinky's cell phone, you can always teleport to Stinky. So we could just teleport up there. Yep.
That's the most work I've seen Stinky do in years.
Yeah, she must be enthralled.
Also, Sal's dead. And with that, we can now teleport We can now teleport to Stinky. And that's how we get up here.
You? But how?
Blame your cell phone provider.
It doesn't matter. Before the sunrise, the master will bathe in a sea of your entrails.
Sure.
But she sure does sound a lot like Stinky.
Okay, let me try the microphone.
Hey, a microphone. I bet we can order around the clones with this.
Wait for it.
And welcome to the quiet storm of WSNM, bringing all the smooth sounds of yesteryear to all the rumbling doppelgangers out there.
Phone control backups in place. Voice control unavailable.
Fools. The clone controls will only respond to the master's voice.
Can we imitate the master's voice? I don't think so, but let me see. I think it would be a little too wild. No, you cannot.
Hi, my name is Stinky. Animals love me. Please kill my grandpa.
Harsh, but accurate.
Yeah, that's not working. So, let's get out of here.
You now have approximately 2.
I don't think our hands or any other part of us are going to activate this thing.
Alright, time to get out of here.
Mama Bosco has a lot of explaining to do about these clone tanks.
You already said that.
It bears repeating.
Now we have the ability to pretend to use... Okay, let's do the seance again. Now that we have Charlie Hotep, we should be able to do the seance easily. Because now we can just, pretend to be...
Got nothing better to do tonight. Yeah. Since your social calendar is usually so packed with nightclubs and supermodels.
Very cutting, sir. Shall we begin?
Mortimer, come out and play.
I TV like the fact they saved the point to puzzle you up too. So Charlie Hotep.
This seance is scary. Somebody please hold me.
Very funny, Mr. President. Perhaps we should concentrate on the task at hand.
Talk to us, Morty.
Harry!
There we go.
Uncle Morty? Yes, it's your Uncle Morty!
You can't.
Sound?
Weird.
I've got a cold! In heaven? Who said I
Was in heaven.
If it's really you, then tell me the secret you kept from me all these years. Let me think about it.
The power of Max compels you.
This secret he kept all these years. I gotta read his mind for that.
Morty M. Molman, your entrance is cued.
To conquer your stage fright, just picture us nude.
Come on, Morty, come on. Tell me where you hid your stamp collection.
Mortimer Molman, your nephew is waiting.
He needs a friend now since he's no good at dating. Hey! Harry!
Uncle Morty?
My stamp collection is hidden.
Mm-hmm.
Yes? In the attic.
Yes.
Of the Statue of Liberty.
I knew it! It's a miracle! Thank you, Uncle Morty! Thank you, Max!
Oh no. That's how that works.
It appears that Mr. Molman's leap of faith has allowed the POTUS to make contact with our target, sirs.
Yeah.
Thanks for the rescue, boys.
Mm-hmm.
Mama Bosco, what happened to you?
I don't know. I was looking into all these rampaging Sam clones when all of a sudden my spirit started pinballing through all sorts of nightmarish heck dimensions. If your seance hadn't anchored me to this plane of existence, I might never have found my way home.
Oh dear. It seems that the boundaries between realities are decaying. I'd best alert my superiors.
Hey, I thought
I was your superior.
Of course you are, sir.
Who do you actually work for? Yeah.
And I need to tell my girlfriend in Winnipeg.
Your girlfriend?
Room, Mama B.
Good. Now maybe we can get to the bottom of this mess.
Mm-hmm. Time to talk to you about this one for sure. All right, let's go, Mama Bosco.
Hey, Dr. Mama Bosco. Can we ask you a few questions?
Can it wait? I'm very busy trying to figure out where all these Sams came from.
It'll only take a minute.
Fine.
So Bosco.
Any word from your son since he headed off for Vegas?
No, but knowing him, he's probably being scammed by some two-bit gold digger.
Yeah, about that.
What are you doing?
Same as you two. I'm trying to find out who's behind all these clones.
Yeah.
Got any ideas on how to stop the clones?
No, not really.
Not really.
Max and I were taking a closer look at those underground cloning tanks.
Yes?
And they've got Bosco Tech written all over them.
Mm-hmm.
It's horrible. Someone must have snuck into my lab and stolen all my cloning equipment.
Uh-huh.
Who do you think broke into your lab to steal all your cloning equipment?
Well, whoever wanted an army of Sam clones, obviously.
Well, duh, Sam.
Let's read your mind. Can you read a ghost mind? Yes, you can.
Anyone ever finds out I was hired to build those clone tanks, I'm done for.
There we go.
Mama B?
Yes?
Who hired you?
Give it up, Mama Bosco. We know someone paid you to build those cloning tanks.
Mm-hmm.
Stinky, Paperweight, Professor Plum?
I don't know. All I know is, a few months ago, an anonymous donor wired me $1 bajillion in exchange for a few hundred of my experimental cloning tanks. I knew it was shady, but times are tough for a single dead mother with a money-hemorrhaging research lab. So I took the gig and looked the other way.
Another victory for unregulated capitalism.
Haha, that's dark. Unironically. Clone mask. That's so dark but
This
true.
anonymous donor. Anything you can tell us about him?
Turn-offs, turn-ons, the last 4 digits of his social security number.
That would be
We
great.
spoke over the phone. He had a creepy, high-pitched voice.
Sam, you don't think it could be the soda?
Don't even think it, little buddy.
Mmm.
Anything else you can remember about the mastermind who bought all those clone tanks?
Aside from the squeaky voice, no. Oh, and he paid me in cash. Really old cash.
Now that we've established that the clones came out of your machines, is there any way we can shut them down?
Well, there should be a biometric override built into all of my clone control centers. But
Oh, I hate the sound of your butts.
my handprint is the only one that can activate the override.
But without a body, you don't have handprints.
Or the right to vote.
Mm-hmm. I got an idea.
About that override,
Mm-hmm.
if we could clone a body for you, could you activate the biometric control?
That's
Buck-loving insane?
absolutely brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, it'll have to be a perfect clone with 100% of my DNA.
No problem. Got any lying around?
Only this.
Yep.
As far as I know, this is the only remaining sample of my DNA in the world. And even this is only 99% complete. You'll either have to find some more or get some DNA from one of my family members so I can do a splice job.
No problem. Consider yourself cloned.
Mm-hmm. Bosco's DNA?
Say, would some of your son's DNA work to fill in the gaps in your DNA sample?
Sure. Good luck finding any, though.
We found, yeah.
So all we have to do is plunk your DNA sample into your clone cooker, and bingo bango, brand new Dr. Mama Bosco body, right?
No. First, you have to find some more Bosco DNA to fill in the gaps in the sample.
So basically, oops, nope, I'm not trying to use there we go, right here. Bosco's letter, examine.
Bosco's letter to Mama Bosco.
Ew, he got Bosco spit all over the envelope.
That's
Bosco
Zena.
always was a bit of a drooler.
There we go. Mm-hmm.
I better get a body soon, because this itch is driving me crazy.
Hey, Dr. Mama, we got some mail from baby Bosco.
Really? Hold it up for me so I can read it. $20,000? Roscoe Bosco, what sort of hustle have you gotten yourself into?
Hey, this letter's practically swimming in Bosco's saliva. Could it be used to fill out your missing DNA?
That might work. Yeah, sure, give it a shot. I mean, what's the worst that can happen?
I love it when scientists say that.
All right, so this right here we got from there. We gotta read this. Look at this art. Look at this art.
Acidophilus return in a flash of light from the giggling realm of skittering ingestion, armed with the chthonic destroyer.
Look at this. This is a crazy detail art.
Of skittering insects, noble Acidophilus smote the beasties from the dark dimension with the destroyer. His enemies laid low. Acidophilus returned the destroyer to the gibbering realm and resumed his peaceful life of molitude. Years later, he was eaten by a crazed beast.
That is the worst story I've ever heard.
I don't think they'd invented the 3-act structure back then, Max.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Dr. Mama, could this dimensional destabilizer be used to, say, visit a spooky suburb of the dark dimension to get a horrifyingly powerful weapon?
I suppose. Want to give it a whirl?
By the way, this is out of pocket. You would not have. Yeah, this puzzle right here is probably the worst. I would say cartoonish logic, but one of the worst of the episode. I can't say series, but we're the worst because, like, again, none of these are indicators of what you have to go. You just literally have to guess which is which. You just have to guess. This is all guessing what they do, and the guessing is what you're doing. Is you're trying to make it relate to the poem. I was the poem here. Yeah.
It's a page from an illuminated manuscript detailing an incident with something called the Destroyer. Let's see. Flash of light, blah, blah, blah. Giggling realm of skittering ingestion. Giggling and beset by visions of insects. Destroyer defeats things from the dark dimension. Leader eaten by a beast.
I think I prefer that reading better.
Yeah, so you have to make that happen. There's, like, no indicator which is which, so you just have to guess.
Wish me luck, Max. I'm off to explore the nether realms.
Let's see what happens.
You should probably rephrase that.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you said NetherRealm Studios, they'll probably sue you, because they'll get that, but oh god. Speaking of NetherRealm Studios, I think the next character they're adding is Shiva
You.
in Mortal Kombat.
Sam?
Read his mind.
Badgers?
Badgers is not what he wanted. The laughing is happening. No, that's dying.
Whoa! Holy wheezing bellows of Krakatoa. What a ride.
You okay?
Yeah, but only because I've sealed away most of what I saw into a deep corner of my subconscious.
Conscious.
Just like that time you caught me singing in the shower.
Let's see. Flash of light, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
Realm of skittering ingestion. Giggling and beset by visions of insects. Destroyer defeats things from the dark dimension. Leader eaten by a beast.
Yeah.
Let's try this again.
Nope, not flashing light, so that's wrong. Smoke happened. You're crying. That's not something happening. You're supposed to be giggling. You see insects.
The eyes, they're everywhere. Oh.
The eyes are staring. This is wrong. This is just, it is just nothing but guess play. Because none of them is an indicator of what they do, so it's like, it's just guessing. Get killed.
Violently epic.
And if you, enough of times you fail, they'll just let you know.
And I'm back. If we ever want to find that chthonic destroyer in the...
Yeah. 2, 3, 1, 2. I'm just guessing right now. I don't know if it's randomized, but nope, that didn't happen. Oh, what happened? We got light. Okay, we have the blinding light. He's laughing.
Bugs, roaches, they're under my skin. Get them off.
Okay. We got bugs. We don't know which is which. We got bugs. We got the light. So yeah.
Come, bitter conduct. Come, unsavory guide. Thou desperate pilot. Now at once run on the dashing rocks thy seasick, weary bark. Here's to my love.
Wow.
O true apothecary.
We're getting a full...
Drugs are quick. Thus, with a kiss, I die.
Wow. Okay.
Hey, guess what? I'm not really dead. Ooh, awkward.
Romeo and Juliet.
Whoa. If I'm going to keep doing this, we should look into some sort of frequent flyer discount.
Yeah, now you have cards. Yeah. So that's correct. That's correct. Let me just guess with this. Let me just turn this to 1. I want to see if that's right. If the light's gonna happen. Note that you get the light right, yeah. The laughing is right, so I think that could be right. Which one says the roaches? I changed one of them, so one of them is badgers. I don't know which is which.
Thy drugs are quick, thus with...
No.
Sam's not getting eaten.
Yeah, he's not getting eaten, so I messed up that one.
Whoa. Okay, that one was just plain weird.
Your thoughts? Is it giggling laughs? He saw badgers. Oh, no, wait, you thought we... You crying, so that's wrong. So that should have been stayed on 2 or something.
Badgers?
You're thinking of badgers. So it's not badgers. It has to be 2, I think. But let's see if I... Okay, one of them is right. Yeah, your fate. This is correct. Thinking of badgers. Let's try this one. I'm gonna just again, this is just purely guessing. I'm not like there's nothing to it but the trial and error. Nothing really leads to it, and that should be it.
Sam? Ah, great. Sam's been driven insane by an unspeakable horror. Now I've got a Craigslist for a new partner.
No, little buddy, really, I'm fine. I just got that medium extra small joke from earlier. Boy, that Super Ball, he's a hoot and a half.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and check out this keen knick-knack I picked up from the giggling realm of skittering ingestion.
Is that the dark dimensional destroyer that Norrington was yammering about?
Only one way to find out. Let's blast the bejeebus out of something from the dark dimension.
Yep, and we got it.
I think I've done enough yo-yoing around in terrifying realms for one lifetime.
Six toys of power. Oh, I didn't get Dr. Norrington's phone number.
Those shorts sure don't leave anything.
New thing to the imagination, yeah.
Hey Max, could you spare a few seconds to memorize Paperweight's phone number?
Okay, but my brain's getting awfully full. I might lose a few chapters of my poignant Inuit coming-of-age novel.
The trials of Kennelik the Awkward will have to wait for another day, little buddy.
Let's see, can I kill Dr. Norrington?
Hey, welterweight! Get ready to have your Yogg-Sothoth problem solved once and for all!
Don't!
Stop!
Why?
Yeah, I thought you'd be happy to get rid of Don Calamari here.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot just blast Yogg-Sothoth out of me. We are a symbiotic being.
My human host is correct. The destroyer wouldn't remove me in our hybridized state. It would only wound us, perhaps critically.
Ooh, bummer.
Indeed. Save the destroyer for its intended target, the madman behind your plague of Sams.
Okay, well, that doesn't work. Alright. Alright, back in the clone chamber. Get that out of here.
Unholy this!
Unholy this?
I heard it in a video game.
Yep, okay, now it's time to put those clone items in here. Let's clone Mama Bosco.
DNA sample received. Processing. DNA sample insufficient to commence cloning process. Please insert complementary DNA sample to continue.
Yep, which we know that is. That is the drool. There we go. Put it in the drool, and we're out of here.
Complementary DNA sample received. Exemplar clone being prepared in part 0001.
Come on!
Patience, Max. The human genome is an insanely complicated strand of proteins containing nearly a gigabyte of raw data.
A gigabyte of raw. I have no idea how much of that would be converted. I'll know you.
Clone complete.
Yep.
You did it! Clear a path, boys. Mama Bosco's about to make a long overdue return to the land of the living.
Yeah.
All right, fellas, open her up.
Nice boots.
Well, what do you think?
Considering how much of your son's DNA is in there, I'd say you got off easy.
Yeah, you go.
Could have ended up with a beard, or a beer gut, or a head full of wacky conspiracy theories.
Now she's just bold. Yep. Now we got her back to the land of the living.
So, Mama B.
Can't talk now, guys. I'm trying to figure out a way to get up to the control center. It's the only way we'll be able to stop the clones.
You know, do that. Yeah. There we go.
Hey, Mama B. Want to be disassembled at the quantum level, then reassembled about 40 meters to the left?
You know it, baby.
Ah, I see you brought the Master's unwitting scientific dupe to bear witness to the magnificent horrors her inventions have wrought. Gaze deeply into the abyss you've created, Doctor.
What's her problem?
We're pretty sure she's enthralled, but with Stinky it's hard to tell.
True.
Mama Bosco, would you mind activating your override so we can take control of these clones?
My pleasure.
There we go.
Fools! You'll never defeat the Master!
Sam, we've got company.
You see? Your cause is lost. The Master will take your toys and...
Well, that happened.
Sorry, I haven't been able to cold cock anyone for a long time, and she was really getting on my nerves.
Fair enough.
After the mind-numbing terror is over, you gotta teach me that move.
And me. But first, let's deal with these clones.
True. Let's deal with these clones indeed. Oop, around my waist. All right. Let's see if go to the Master.
Go to the Master.
That didn't work, Sam.
Weird. Maybe I have to use the Master's real name, whatever that is. Get down with your bad selves.
Do they dance? Yeah, they did it. Yeah.
Hey, Sam, they've got your moves. How?
See,
Really depressing.
go to the toy box.
Go to the toy box.
They say it backward, yeah. It talks backward like what's the character called? Sartana from DC.
That seems to have gotten their attention.
I guess it's time to play Follow the Clones.
You guys go on ahead and give that Master a knee to the groin for me. Getting dog hair all up in my cloning tanks.
All right, we made it.
Once this case is over, we should really look into fixing the DeSoto.
That is true. We should look into that.
Hey, look, Sam. All your doppelgangers are heading into that warehouse, and my ears are doing that weird sparky thing.
Mm-hmm.
The toy box must be in there. We'd better sneak in and grab it before the Master's plan comes to fruition.
Oh, I can't remember the last time one of my plans came to fruition.
It's cute when you pretend you know what words mean, Max.
Sam? Whee!
Oh boy. Some good water. I gotta stay hydrated. I've been super thirsty. I drank like I literally drank a whole pitcher of coffee. And, not a pitcher of coffee. I took a bottle, I want to say like a large cup of coffee. And this stream, and I'm super thirsty. Got so much water going through me.
Shoot or run?
Let's run.
Boys. Let's see. How?
Stand back, Sam. I'll send those doppelgangers right into the harbor.
What was?
I don't think so.
Who said that?
Who said that?
Hello, folks.
Yeah. The most creepiest, yeah.
What was that?
Unless I miss my guess, the mysterious Master is none other than your little dark dimensional puppet.
I knew it was evil.
Well, thankfully, like all evil dummies, Charlie's pretty much helpless without a host body.
Am I, Sam?
Am I saying? Seize him? Kill it with fire. I respect that. Darn it. Yeah.
Yank the cord! Yank the cord!
Oh, Sam. Oh, I just had the most ridiculous dream. Stinky was making out with a giant cockroach. Then an evil ventriloquist dummy knocked us out and...
No. And
Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to the Charlie Hotep Show.
Oh, that's way more naked Sam flesh than I'm comfortable with.
We got a great show for you tonight, ladies and germs. For our first act, our lovely and talented army of doppelgangers will sing and dance their way into your souls with their dimension-shattering rendition of that oldie but goodie, Skin. And for our second act, well, there won't really be a second act for most of you, since you'll be too busy screaming and gouging your eyes out after your pathetic reality is subsumed by the glories of the dark dimension. But you won't want to miss our spectacular finale when the great and terrible Junior makes his long-awaited return, lovingly slips me onto one of his tentacles of anguish and plays with me.
None of us yet unexplained psychic powers of anything to... Hey, where'd my toys go?
Looking
oh
for
no.
these?
Oh no.
Let's have a big Dark Dimension round of applause for Sam and Max, without whom tonight's apocalyptic conjuring wouldn't be possible.
True.
I feel so violated.
And now, on with the show!
Hang on, Sam, I'm coming to get you. Hang on, Sam, I'm coming to get you. Try not to end the world or anything.
That's funny. So, if you remember this mechanic from, I joke about it from Sam Max Season 1 and 2, you can't... Yep. Whee! Yeah. It gets bopped up. So, yep, there's nothing Max can do down here, Samson.
So beautiful. What's that? You say you can't move? Of course you can't, you big dummy. You're my slave, my pawn, my... Oh, what's the word? Puppet!
Ha ha ha, very ironic. Yeah. Let me see. Can't move.
Oh, ain't that sweet? You're still struggling. Oh, ain't that sweet? What's this? My enthralled man puppy has something to say. What do you say, boys and girls? Do you want to see my amazing talking to a stupid mutt while playing the piano and ushering in the end of the world trick? Yes. Alrighty then. So, buddy, what's on your mind?
This Samuel Lackham.
Not that I'm not flattered, but why did you go through all the trouble to make an army of half-naked Sam clones?
A spell of this magnitude requires the sacrifice of 1,001 thralls to complete the complex and arcane chance to tear down the walls between this world and the dark dimension.
Yeah, but why...
Why me?
Because you are the ideal straight man. Only you have the perfectly malleable brain that allows me to command you where to go and what to do without fear of being challenged by a stray independent thought. It's almost as though you were born to be ordered around.
He's got you there, Sam.
Okay, I understand why you wanted me for your silly ceremony, but why the gold biker shorts? And why did you have to make my clones so fat?
Oh, Didum's my chubby little clothes picked up poor little doggy man uncomfortable about his body issues.
Well...
God! You want to talk about uncomfortable body issues? Try spending a gazillion years with nasty little mortals, sticking their grubby hands into a giant orifice in your back. At least Junior always has the common decency to wash his tentacle first.
Stinky and
Since the
Sal.
world's about to end, could you tell me what's going on with Sal and Stinky? You enthralled them before we could break out the rubber hoses.
The fishwoman and the insect man were mere pawns. Their petty criminal dalliance is a pathetic warm-up back to my grand guignol!
In other words,
Not a clue.
Not a clue what's going on with their plot. You know, not a clue this stuff.
sure you don't know anything about Stinky and Sal's plans for Grandpa Stinky?
Hey, I just enthralled them to assemble and maintain my cloning chamber. I didn't get involved in their icky personal life.
That's funny.
Why have you dragged poor paperweight / Norrington / Yog Sagoth up here?
Grumpy old fool thought he could destroy me along with all the other toys of power. Now he'll bear witness to my ultimate triumph as I sacrifice him to his own grandson.
And I thought my family reunions were awkward. I think you and Norrington should have a nice little sit-down.
Never. I swear, ere this night doth wane, Yog Sagoth will drink the black splinters of my vengeance.
Okay.
Wow, a crazy evil ventriloquist dummy. Way to perpetuate the stereotype, Charlie.
I'm not crazy, or evil, or illiterate.
I didn't say...
I'm lonely.
Is that what this is all about? Because Max and I can fix you up with a
Nice
nice...
girl that works.
I don't need a woman. I need Junior.
Okay, that's just that's kind of creepy.
So how long you been working on this scheme anyway?
None of your beeswax, Fido.
Why is the toy box all glowy?
Now that my magnificent doppelgangers have gathered all
Oh.
the toys of power, the toy box is
Oh,
fused
it's not
with
simulacrum,
all
it's
energies of
doppelgangers.
the dark dimension.
Good for you.
When my spell is complete, I'll use the power of the toy box to tear down the walls between your realm and mine, dragging both realities into an eternity of torment and despair.
Okay, but how will that be different from any other ventriloquist act?
Okay, toy box.
What makes the toy box so powerful anyway?
It was hewn from the bark of screaming mendacity on the shores of the river Pyx in the dark dimension.
I see.
It's about Junior.
What in the name of Kubrick's beard groomer is that unholy abomination?
That's Junior, youngest of the elder gods. When the walls tumble, he'll reign supreme over the darkness, and I'll be his favorite toy again, just like it was in the before time.
Ha! Junior hated you, Charlie. He used to call you Creepy Charlie.
You what? Creepy? I'll give you creepy, old man!
I am the cloning powered robot. Please give my instruction to everybody.
Change the song to Flaming Crown.
Ah, that was fun. And now, back to tonight's featured entertainment.
Nicely done, Sam. If you want to change the music again, just gesture in the general direction of the piano, and I'll do the rest.
Thank you, Mr. Norrington. Alright, so that didn't work out.
Oh, ain't that sweet? You're still struggling. Oh, ain't that...
There we go.
You pathetic fool! Junior never played with you. He hated you.
Shut up, shut up!
Flaming Crown? Change the music changes the thing.
Boy, oh boy, I needed that.
Oh, that's not the direction I wanted. Nope, you hit the statue. Nope, didn't need that. That doesn't work. By the way, you cannot like save Max in a position, so you can like, so you cannot. I cannot leave Max to my left. I'll show you what I mean. I'm gonna just do it. You can't leave Max to your left. Change the song, and then he'll be there. It doesn't work that way. You have to actually change it.
Charlie knows nothing about Junior. Nothing.
Face of Darkness. Now, see, yeah, they'll put you back here. So there is no way for you to like, yeah, cheat the positioning, which is kind of weird, but it is what it is. Nice, just made it up there.
Take that, elder dorks.
You would have slid up that.
You're winning. Every time you change the music, you bring your world one step closer to annihilation.
Yep. The tentacle.
Tentacles, away!
Mm-hmm. There we go. It's a really interesting puzzle to work with these songs, but like I said, you can't save position, so it has to be done in that order.
First, I gotta shoot a dummy with a robot.
Don't! Get back into the toy box where you belong, Charlie. You'll never be Junior's favorite.
Looks like the crowd's had just about enough of your guff pops. What do you say, everyone?
Kill, kill, kill. Die, die, die.
Krusty.
Please, you my instruction, everybody. Yeah.
Let's all give a big hand for Yoxagon's death scene, everyone! Well, it looks like everything's about to go kablooey, so if you'll excuse me, I'll just ascend into the firmament and get ready to meet the end of the world!
That didn't go well.
What are we gonna do now, Sam? Without my cool psychic toys, I'm as useless as a sprinkler in a squid farm.
Useless? I think not.
Dr. Norrington?
Max, listen. The power is
Within you.
Sam, what's happening?
I think Norrington's just unlocked your total psychic potential.
Cool.
Either that or your head's about to explode. Either way, you should probably aim for the dummy.
Will do.
Godspeed, John Glenn.
Godspeed, John Glenn.
All right, Cedar Face, let's finish this thing. Drano El Drano.
The wheel says, toy broken, powers unavailable.
Okay. Norrington's just dead down there.
Eternal darkness, eternal darkness.
Oh, okay.
What was that?
Now you will be able to pluck images from the minds around you. Use them to defeat Charlie Hotep.
No problemo.
Trying to read my mind? That's a no-no. Ow!
Nope, can't future vision. That didn't work out. Future vision. Norrington's voice.
Junior thinks you're a yatz, Charlie.
Ow, ow.
Tabula Charlie.
Great. Now I'm gonna have that song stuck in my head all night.
Dar, Charlie Hotep. Dar, Charlie
Now, this puzzle is interesting because you just gotta, like... Alright, we did Charlie, Flaming Crown. Assemble all 5 pieces of the Exodia. And now I'm gonna show you what happens. There's one way to be able to see the items. Addled mine. Now, it's all... So. If you try transforming into one of the objects here... Watch, he can also do it too. Ow. Now he's a water bottle, doesn't do anything. He remember hates Norton's voice.
Junior despised you, Charlie. Shut up! Turn the dial, man!
He'll attack anything with his voice. So what if I transformed into Charlie? What beats Charlie? He's a chthonic being, the chthonic destroyer.
Do you think you can beat yourself? Wait, let me rephrase that.
What a poltroon. You think I wouldn't have planned for that? Form of the
Destroyer! There we go. And then you just...
Junior despised you, Charlie.
Watch for it. You just destroyed the Devil's Playbook. Yep, which will destroy him.
donkey ears.
Mm-hmm. And that is episode 4. Sam X. It's really cool.
Hey, you're right.
Yep.
Don't put me back in the box. I love you.
Jeez, Charlie,
Have a little dignity, yeah.
Why won't you play with me?
Bop. Well, rip. And there.
Good job, Max.
He's got his hat back.
Just a minute, Sam.
Max. Little buddy.
What? I thought we were doing a thing here.
Mm-hmm.
You're alive.
Yep, that icky demon seed must have broken my fall.
What ridiculous luck.
Says you. I think I swallowed some of that dark dimensional demon yolk. Ugh.
Did it taste like chicken?
No. It was more like,
Not funny, Max.
I wasn't trying to be funny. If I was, I'd say something like, how do you keep an idiot in...
Oh, no. Yep.
Oh, I don't feel so good, Sam.
Don't look so good either, buddy.
Come on, little buddy. I'll go get you some soda crackers and lukewarm pork.
Soda. Lukewarm pork does sound delicious.
Dr. Norrington, you gotta help me with Max. Holy H.P. Lovecraft spinning through the 13 abyssal planes on a propane
Mm-hmm.
grill.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations, my friends.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks to your valiant efforts, Sam and Max have eliminated the scourge of the Devil's Toy Box once and for all.
Mm-hmm.
But at what cost?
There's still Sam clones running around.
When next we meet, the fate of Sam, Max, reality, and perhaps your very sanity will rest in your trembling hands in the concluding chapter of The Devil's Playhouse.
Yep, and that is episode 4, and we're almost to the finale. So yeah, next week I'll stream the finale of Sam and Max's Devil's Playhouse, and that'll be that. Thank everyone for coming out to the stream. I hope to see you guys all in the future. If you haven't already, subscribe to the YouTube channel. I have a YouTube channel. Follow me on twitch.tv/Getselious. Be sure to join our Discord, which is pinned in the YouTube chat and the Twitch chat. And try to follow me on Twitter and Blue Sky. You can notify us go live content for memes and more. And yeah, that'll be it. Next week we'll have an interesting host of games. I will be switching out my RPG games of the day. I will still be doing Tide's CCL, our PvP league. All of them are on the YouTube page. So yeah. So far, the team I'm on, F Politics Anonymous, who are currently undefeated in all our matches. We're undefeated. We're 3-0. So we've been winning cleanly because of that. So that's that in a nutshell. We've been winning like pretty well on that front. It's fun on that. It's fun on that front. We're winning. So, yep. It's good. If you watch the matches, we're good team out, good unison, just straight up everything across the board. I've been mostly playing Red Mage for those comps, but it depends. But yeah, I've been trying to be flexible, learn Reaper and other classes and tanks. So yeah, I'm just trying to get better at the PvP thing. So yeah, and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it right there. So those two are guaranteed. Later in the week, there's a couple of roguelikes I might try, and that's about it. There also might be a review coming up soon. A review of one of the games that I'm currently working on. Be review up. So that'd be it in a nutshell. So yeah, be sure to check out all that fun content and more on the Outerhaven YouTube channel.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Sal?
Sal fell down the pitch. Innocent.
Sal?
Yep.
Sal?
Poor Stinky. Yep, and that's gonna do it for today's stream, as I said before. Next, the conclusion of the season 3, Devil's Playhouse, will be next week. So be sure to check me out for that when I'm live for that one. And I hope to see you guys all in the future. All right, bye-bye, everybody.